Today I'm going to give you a soybean update, tell you what stage these soybeans are currently in, where they'll be in a month or two from now, and how that's going to affect my deer hunting come fall. Stay tuned. So here we are. Let's see. You can see these soybeans are really hard to walk into, but I'm going to try to find a hole. Oh, here we go. A little space. Maybe the deer had been walking through here. I don't know. There is a foxtail here. I will pull that. There is velvet leaf here. I will pull that. It hasn't really started making the Reese's cups. Their seeds are really weird. They look like Reese's peanut butter cups. There's another foxtail. Get that seed head off of there. And this is ragweed. And I'll pull that seed head off of there too. Not that I'm going to make a whale of a difference. It's just mental, I guess, more than anything. But you can see I'm standing here along the edge of the driveway, and this is the video field. And these beans are waist high currently. Now it's August 9th. These beans are probably going to grow another, I don't know, half a foot-ish. And I am still attempting to walk into the beans and not step on the base of the stalks at the same time. Although it looks like deer already have pounded them down. So I just kind of feel through with my foot and walk. But anyways, here they are. Now, I want to talk about the stage that they're currently in. You can see that there are still flowering, and they will continue to flower. There is pod development down here. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're at the beginning phases of pod development. And some of them are at the base are actually a little bit bigger. You can see right here. Where is my finger? There it is. I just got to learn where the camera lens is. You know, a pod like that. These beans are R4. They're actually caught between R3 and R4. But a field is considered to be at a stage when it is 40% or more in that stage. So I guess technically you could call this R4. Now, these beans are highly palatable. I don't mean the bean pods themselves. I mean the leaves, as in right here. This is palatable to a deer. It is green, it is lush. Now, they eat clover. They love clover. This is all protein here. Now think of the difference that they'd have to eat in terms of clover leaves versus one of these bean leaves. They come in here, they gobble that leaf. That's like probably 20 bites of clover. So as far as feeding efficiently, this is the way to go for deer. Animals are non-discriminate feeders. If you put a steak in front of a dog and one little chunk of a steak in front of the dog, there is a 50-50 chance that it will go after the chunk versus the steak every time. They don't discriminate. They don't go, oh, well, one's a steak. Deer are the same way. You got a clover field on the left side, you got a bean field on the right side. It's a 50-50 thing. However, in my area, I am the only one with beans. Everyone else has corn growing. So I've got the only green in the neighborhood. The end of September, these green leaves that you're seeing here will turn yellow. At that point in time, they will become non-palatable. The deer will no longer want them. It's a dead leaf. By the end of October, early November, these leaves will turn brown and die and fall off. The only thing you'll see standing in this field are basically sticks with pods of beans hanging off them. Picture a banana tree without the leaves at the top, and the bananas go all the way down the tree. That's what this whole field will look like. There is a point in time between the leaves turning yellow and them turning brown and falling off that the deer will not be in here eating them. Some might be. Just as soon as I say that, there will be some in here starting to feed on the pods. But the reality is there's at least I'm going to tell you, a 10 to 14 day period where they do not come in here and eat these. Now, at that point in time, they are on two things, clover and corn. when they get back on the beans is about the time they are ready to harvest. Now, in all my fields, I do test runs. So, and I've done this long enough, I kind of have an idea or an inclination when the beans are going to be at 13% moisture, which is what the mill wants and what you want to pick them at. So I'll run a test strip. I have a moisture reader. I'll throw some beans in the moisture reader. If they are between 13 and 14, it's all systems go. I'm picking. Because I can tell you up here, by the time harvest season comes around, and you're at an acceptable moisture rate where you're not going to take a brutal hit, you better get your beans out of the field. Because at any moment, and I'm talking the end of October on, we could get a foot of snow, ice, whatever, hail. You better get on them, get them out, get them to the mill. If you take a little tiny hit, big deal. I guess especially this year. What's more, salt on the wound. So that's the story with the soybeans. They're basically R4 right now, doing really well. This is the video field. You can go back through my videos. Gee, I had a hard time figuring that out. But you can go back through my videos and see everything done here, from fitting this field to planting it with the Farmall M. And of course, come probably, I'm thinking Halloween, that first week of November, I should be at about 13% right in there. The only way I'll pick sooner is if they call for awkwardly wintry weather, where we're going to get a week's worth of heavy snows, and it'll lay the stalks, or the bean stalks down. Then I'll come in here and pick this at 14.5%. I won't care at that point. I'll take the hit. Beans at the mill are worth a lot more than beans in the field laying down. So anyways, that is my soybean update. I would love to do a walk around for you, but it's thicker than a jungle in here, and it's about, some of these beans are 3.5 foot tall. And I mean, especially the ones close to the driveway here, they're really tall. And it's kind of like a ramp effect, it goes, it starts here, it's like 3.5 feet, then it goes 3, and then by the time you get over to the woods where the deer come out, they're about 2 foot tall. So that's what I call the ramp effect. It just goes higher as you come closer to the house. And this is also the field I like to do Wildlife Wednesdays, because I can pull up right next to the field and go, hey, look, there's deer. Let's just sit here and watch them. And it seems to work. And that's the west side, and there's a tree I took out of there, kick a field goal through those trees, and I can watch sunset, and so can you. So worked out pretty good. Of course, we're having a bumper crop in a year where prices are down, but that's the nature of the business. One thing I've learned about cropping is those that jump ship when the prices are down are those that are not around when the prices are good. I remember when corn was $6 and $7 and beans were 12 to 14, and everybody jumped in. But the problem was they weren't, they're taking land that wasn't good land to grow crops on, and they were just scrounging and scraping. Now, I mean, you can steal land here, and I know I've said it before, but the land here in Northwest PA, as far as rental fees, is a heck of a lot cheaper than out in Ohio. I mean, I don't know how you can even afford to farm it out there. I really don't. If you're renting a field, if you don't own it, I don't know how you can afford to farm it. But around here, you're looking at $40 to $65 an acre to farm. Very affordable. So at any rate, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button. I'll catch you at the next video.